Welcome to Bria Yoga. Today we are doing a gentle yoga flow on the beach. Well, you don't have to be on the beach, but I do recommend setting the vibe, maybe burning some incense, playing some music, or healing frequencies. And when you're ready, meeting me in Sukhasana, easy seated pose. Close your eyes. Start taking longer and slower inhales and exhales. Lift your shoulders up, pull them back, and drop them down, sitting up nice and tall. Grounding into earth through the base of your spine and reaching up towards the sky with the crown of your head. We're going to grab our knees and we're going to warm up with some spine circles. So inhale, push your chest forward and move to the side. And when you get to the back, round your back, tuck your chin in, and move to the other side. Careful, Scarlett. I'm at the playground with the girls and they're playing on the playground. And then we'll switch directions and go the other way. And then when you're ready, you can just come back to your normal seated pose. The beautiful thing about practicing yoga on your own at home is that you have the power to, at any moment, you can just pause the video. Sorry, this is messing with the sound. You can pause the video and keep going, do whatever you want, take a break, get some water, and stay in any pose for as long as you want. We're going to come back to seated, just normal. And then inhale and reach your arms up. Interlace your fingers and then turn towards the right. Turn as much as you can, and then we're going to take our right hand behind us and our left hand to our right knee. On each inhale, you're going to sit up a little bit taller, and each exhale, turn a little bit more. Now, on our next inhale, let's reach our arms back up, turn towards center. Interlacing your fingers with the opposite pinky on top this time, and then turning towards the left as much as you can. And then bring your right hand down to your left knee and your left hand behind you. Each inhale, sit up taller, and each exhale, twist a little more. On your next inhale, you're going to reach your arms up to the sky. Bring your hands together and take your legs out wide, flexing your feet so your toes are pointing up to the sky. And then with a nice long spine, we're going to fold forward. I would much rather you bend your knees than bend your spine. Really try to keep that length. Breathing here. Nice and slow. Inhales and exhales. In and out through your nose. And then we'll sit back up. Reach your right arm to your right foot and reach your left arm up and above. Looking up at that left hand if it's okay with your neck. Take a few deep breaths here. And then reach both hands up to the sky. And then we'll take our left hand and reach it towards our left foot, keeping our right hand up at the sky. A nice big stretch on our side body. And then reach your left arm up to meet your right, and we'll bring our feet together, sitting up nice and tall. And we're going to bend our knees a little bit to help get this stretch in our lower back. And with a nice long spine, we're just going to fold forward. And we'll slowly come on out of that and make our way onto our hands and knees. Oh my, some garbage on the beach. I'll clean that up later. When I got here, there was so much garbage, and someone left a plastic bag, which isn't even legal in New Jersey. I don't know where they got it, and there was just garbage everywhere. But we cleaned it up. So this must be a remnant of whatever crazy thing happened at the playground last night. So bring wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and we're gonna take some cat-cow. On your inhale, look up and arch your back, and on your exhale, tuck your chin into your chest and round your back. Keep going in time with your own breath. Okay, now we're gonna walk our hands about a handprint in front of where they are right now. Tuck your toes underneath you and lift your hips up and straighten your legs, pushing back into downward facing dog. You can bend one knee and then the other by circling out your legs. Step your right foot in between your hands, line up your back heel with your front heel, and point your back toes diagonally towards the front of your mat. And inhale, reach your arms up, standing up into warrior one pose. Take a deep breath here. Then we'll just come all the way back down into downward facing dog. Downward dog. Yes. Now we'll step our left foot in between our hands, keeping our knee above our ankle, lining up heel to heel, and inhaling our arms up into warrior one. Take a deep breath here. And then come back into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot in between your hands, line up the heel of your front foot with the arch of your back foot, keeping your knee above your front ankle and opening up into warrior two. Pressing down into your back foot, inhale and reverse your warrior, reaching up with your right hand and looking up at that top hand, and then straighten your front leg. And we'll reach forward until we can't reach anymore, coming down into triangle pose. Looking up at that top hand, reaching towards the sky if it feels okay on your neck. Reconnecting with your breath. In and out through your nose. And come back to warrior two. Warrior two. And then we'll windmill our arms down on either side of your right foot. Step back into plank pose. Bend your elbows into chaturanga. Press up into upward facing dog or cobra, and press back into downward facing dog. Then we'll step our left foot in between our hands, opening up into warrior two on this side. Pressing down into the earth with both of your feet. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior, opening up your side body, and then straighten that front leg and reach all the way forward, coming down into triangle pose. Remembering to keep pressing into the earth with both of your feet.
creating a long line from fingertip to fingertip, and then come back into warrior two, and then windmill your arms down, stepping back into plank pose, bending your elbows into chaturanga, pressing into upward facing dog or cobra, and pressing back into downward facing dog. Now we're going to step our right foot in between our hands and come right into warrior two. Interlace your fingers behind your back, open up your chest, and fold forward into humble warrior, keeping your front knee bent right above that ankle and keeping weight in both your feet, pressing into that back foot, relaxing your upper body into the pose, reconnecting with your breath. And then we're going to step back into warrior two. Windmill your arms down onto either side of your foot, coming back into plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog or cobra, and pressing back into downward facing dog, then stepping our left foot in between our hands and opening up into warrior two. And we'll interlace our fingers with the opposite pinky on top this time. Take a deep inhale and exhale, fold forward, remembering to keep weight in that back foot. Keep breathing in and out through your nose, and then come back to warrior two. And then step back into plank pose. Press down into chaturanga, press up into upward facing dog or cobra, and press back into downward facing dog. Inhale and lift your right leg up, and then bring it all the way down, coming parallel with the front of your mat into pigeon pose. So flexing your front foot. And if this pose hurts your knee, if you feel pain, I want you to come right onto your back instead and take a reverse pigeon or thread the needle pose. You'll get that same stretch, just like what I'm doing here. You'll get that same stretch, except it won't cause any damage to your knee. So you want to protect your knees, and it's totally okay to take reverse pigeon instead. But if it feels okay for you, we're going to come back up into normal pigeon pose. Sit up nice and tall for a moment and then fold all the way forward, coming down onto your forehead, or you can rest your forehead on your hands or your arms. This pose is a really deep hip stretch, and your emotions are stored in your hips. So you might feel some heavy emotions coming up, and that's totally normal. Gently peel your chest up, taking as much time as you need coming out of this pose. Then tuck your back toe underneath you, press up and back into a three-legged downward facing dog, so lifting that right leg all the way up before placing it down. pressing up and back into down dog. Then we're going to lift our left leg up and bring it parallel with the front of your mat on the ground, setting up for pigeon pose on this side. And remember, if you feel any pain at all in your knee, you're going to come right onto your back and take reverse pigeon or thread the needle pose instead. So if you're going to take normal pigeon, sit up nice and tall, and then come forward as much as you want. If this stretch is particularly intense for you today, you can grab some pillows or blankets and put them in front of your chest or your stomach to bring the floor a bit closer to you today. Make this pose a little easier on your body. You always have the option to modify and do whatever you want to make a pose feel good for you today. Remember to always listen to your body and your intuition over what me or any teacher tells you to do, or anyone, honestly. Try to relax into the stretch. And slowly, whenever you're ready, gently pull yourself away from pigeon pose, coming back up. Remember, you can always hit pause and stay in any pose for as long or as short as you want to. This is your practice, and again, you know what's best for your body. And we're going to tuck our back toes underneath us, pressing up and back into three-legged dog, lifting that left leg up and then placing it back down into downward facing dog. And we'll bring our shoulders over our wrists and our knees over under our hips into table pose. Take a few deep breaths here. And then sit between your legs for a moment. And reach forward, coming onto your belly into child's pose. Reaching your hands forward, relaxing back, reconnecting with your breath. Then we're going to shift our hands towards the left and shift our hips a little bit towards the right, getting a nice stretch in our side body. And we'll come back through center and then shift your hips off to the left, shift your arms off to the right. Getting that same stretch on the other side. And come back to a regular child's pose. Then we'll lift our hips up, bringing our hips above our knees and slide our arms forward, coming into puppy pose. You can either rest on your forehead or come onto your chin and look up. Gently bring yourself out of the pose and make your way onto your back. Hug your knees in. Give yourself a big hug, then bring your arms out wide into a T and drop your legs off to your right, looking towards your left hand. Getting a nice twist, returning to your breath, relaxing into it. And then come back through center, and then drop your knees off the opposite direction and look the other way. Twists help with digestion. They're good at cleansing your body. Then we'll come back through center. Grab the pinky toe sides of your foot with your palms, with your hands, and then bring your knees towards your armpits and open up your legs into happy baby pose. You can rock side to side here if that feels good. Maybe straightening one leg and bending it, and then straightening the other leg and bending it, and then straightening both legs. If that feels good for you, and then returning to a normal happy baby, hugging your knees in. We'll make some circles on our lower back, going in one direction and then going the other way. Now is the time to take any pose or movement that you want before meeting me in our final resting pose, the most important pose of your entire practice, Shavasana. Let go of any controlled breathing. Relax your entire body. Be completely here in the present moment with your eyes closed. Letting any thoughts just float by in your mind. I'll let you know when it's time to open your eyes. Start making gentle movements in your fingers and your toes, rolling out your wrists and your ankles. Reach your arms above your head, getting a nice stretch, and then roll off onto your right side, taking as long as you need to meet me back where we started in Sukhasana, easy seated pose. Bring your hands together at heart center. Remember to be kind to yourself and be kind to all life everywhere. Namaste.
Thank you for practicing